friends, I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Claire and today's pick a card reading is for anyone who's in a confusing connection. So perhaps you are getting mixed messages, perhaps you're in a situationship. We're going to be taking a look at the energy surrounding your connection, see if we can get some clarity for you today regarding your connection with this person. So I've got three groups. Let's take a look at the crystals. Group 1 is the raw aquamarine, group 2 is the quartz cluster, and group 3 is the celestite cluster. Take as much time as you need to make your selection today. You're welcome to pause the video if you need a little bit more time. Remember to tune into your intuition. Okay, your intuition is that quiet inner voice that usually speaks to us before our conscious mind can connect with us. So make your selection when you are ready. Your timestamps are in the description box below this video, and I will see you in a moment. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to your reading to everyone who picked group number 1, for everyone who picked the raw aquamarine. Let's take a look at the energies surrounding this confusing connection, find out what's going on between you and your person. I'll start with one of these cards from the, what's this one called? I can't remember. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. There we go. I knew it would come to me. It says, I love you. This is a powerful opening to your reading. This is a card 20, breaks down to a 2. That may be significant to you. She has this beautiful crown of stars, which I'm being called to. So, you know, this could represent kind of like the crown chakra, that kind of ascending, a very kind of spiritual connection. Like this, it's like the form that she makes is kind of, it's the same on the front and the back, is like a harp. So it could be, I'm just getting this message of kind of creating a symphony together between one another. So, but it says, I love you. These are powerful words, those 3 little words. Maybe you're hoping to hear those words. Maybe you want to find out how it is that they feel about you. This is a powerful message. So I feel like maybe they've been giving you mixed messages because they are triggered in some way. So maybe they have quite strong feelings for you and it's causing them to take a step back. But we're going to unpack this and look at the messages in the cards, see what it is that's there. But Spirit really wants you to know, beneath all that, beneath their behavior, you know, however it is that they're showing up for you, right? Or however, you know, things have kind of got a bit weird between you both, there are loving feelings there, right? They do care about you. There are loving feelings between you that you share. It's super lovely. Okay, we've got the 2 of Swords as the general theme for your reading today. So I feel like maybe you're at an impasse, a kind of situation here where it's like a little bit of a stalemate. Maybe you're like, I'm not going to call you, and they're like, no, I'm not going to call you. You know, like, who's going to make the first move? Something like this. This is what, this is the strongest message that I'm picking up on. This can indicate that a decision needs to be made as well for some of you. That you're on some sort of situation like, should I wait or move on? Should I put any more energy into this connection? But the strongest message that I'm getting is just like, you're both waiting for each other to kind of make a move, or to make a significant move, or to make the first move, right? So it's just like, they're giving you hints that they want to connect with you, and you're giving them hints, and yet no one's making a move is what I'm hearing here. And so it's feeling a bit confusing, like, are you into me or not? Because they're giving you the sign like they're into you, and yet they're kind of not making a move, or they're giving you a sign that they're still interested in you, right? However it is for some of you, right, that they're still interested in you, or they are interested in you, and yet kind of they haven't made that move forward yet. I'm not saying that you should reach out first. Let's see what the cards say for you. Okay, so you get Strength, 9 of Swords, and King of Swords coming out. Leo's energy showing up here, maybe an air sign. I'm sensing Libra, Aquarius, could be a Gemini as well. So I feel like it's like they didn't have the strength to tell you the truth. This is what I'm seeing here. So this may be why you're getting those mixed messages. Maybe things are a little bit confusing for you. Maybe they held something back from you for some of you, but it's just like they didn't have the courage to be able to kind of reach into themselves and they had some sort of fear of doing that, of kind of exposing themselves. Sorry, like exposing themselves emotionally, not physically. Oh, I've made myself blush. It's too brilliant. It is too brilliant. It's Monday today. This is kind of going to be the tone of the week, I think. Double entendres. So yes, it's all good. But of exposing their feelings, of feeling vulnerable, but this card strength is about like the sacred heart. So the heart chakra, the heart space, of exposing their heart to you. So they had some, they felt afraid to do this. It was just like a little bit of a scaredy cats, a little bit of a scaredy pants, that they didn't want to talk about how they really feel. So it's just like, I feel like there was this energy of just like, well, I'm just going to keep this on the surface, or we're going to talk about other things. We're going to talk about everything except the elephant in the room. We're going to talk about everything except how I really feel about you, right? Or what's really going on here. It's like they've sort of, I feel like they're not very good at talking about their feelings. They don't feel comfortable about it. It's way, way, way outside their comfort zone is what I'm hearing, right? They don't feel comfortable about that. Right, let's take a look. It's like they love communicating with you. They love talking to you. It's like there's this energy of like it's never quite the right time, or things not quite lining up. Or this energy of like, I don't think it's a good idea to do this for whatever reason. But just this energy of like a bit of fear around that. I sense that you really want things to change. Like you've got a lot invested in this. You can, what I'm seeing, you get, sorry, I'll tell you what the cards are. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Wands. So I really feel like you feel like there's a lot of potential here. There is a lot of attraction. You're very drawn to this person. This person who we're talking about could be a crush. It could be someone that you feel very deeply about, right? And you're really hoping for a change in this, because there's just feels like there's a lot of friction, a lot of resistance in this. You kind of want to change those feelings because it feels very uncomfortable, right? Between you both. There's this energy of just things being uncomfortable, of the energy between you feeling a little bit weird. What I'm hearing as well is that there's a bit of a power struggle, and that kind of chimes in with that Two of Swords that we were talking about when I was saying, you know, who's going to make the first move, or who's going to be the first one to reach out or to apologize, or kind of whatever it is that's in your situation, who's going to be the first one to do this. This is this sort of power struggle that I'm seeing here. There's a bit of a push-pull dynamic between you both as well, but I'm sensing that there's this strong impetus to want this to change. That you have within you. You're just like, I want to get out of this energy. I see a lot of potential here. I'm really super attracted to you. I've tried not being attracted to you because I think it would be easier, right? And yet you're still kind of drawn to them. It's just like there's a lot of your focus, right? Your energetic focus, your emotional focus towards this person at the exclusion of all others. It's just like maybe you're trying to date other people, maybe you're trying to forget about them, and yet you're kind of still laser focused into this person and hoping that they will change, or hoping that the situation will change, right? Or waiting for the situation for change because you feel like it's going to change, right? And that they'll stop resisting this connection, because you know that it's a thing. You know that you're attracted to each other. So you're just like, it's like you want them to change their mind and kind of stop resisting this. It's not that they don't want you or they're not interested in you, because they definitely are. It's just that they are, there's resistance here that you're hoping is going to change. Super interesting. So you get Judgment, Six of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Okay, so Leo's energy here really, really strongly. So either you or them may have a Leo placement in your birth chart, right? It could be another fire sign as well. So Aries, Sagittarius, that may be in the mix for you. So it's just like both of these cards, the Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands, are about their confidence. So the judgment here, that kind of judgment day that we are looking at, is about them waking up to their own confidence, right? To feeling confident in themselves. It's like, it's not confident in the connection, right? It's about them being confident in themselves. it's just like they feel like a no from you or a knockback from you would be a really, really big deal, and that they would look really foolish. And it's because it means a lot to them. This is the Fountain Tarot that I'm using today. The only reason that they feel like this, or that there is this, sorry, I've got a really itchy eye. That they feel this way is because it's a big deal to them. It's just like they feel like they're walking a bit of a tightrope, that they could kind of be pushed off into the abyss. It's just like they got knocked back or you said no, right, that they kind of wouldn't be able to handle it. Like their ego couldn't really handle it. It would be too much, because it isn't this sort of situation where like, oh, I could take it or leave it. Because if they could take it or leave it, then it means that they didn't care about you, and it's not a big deal. But what I'm hearing is like, it is a big deal. They're very, very attracted to you, definitely. Like, they've got you up on a pedestal. This is the thing. They've got you up on a pedestal. They can see everything that you're doing. Maybe the case that you're very popular as well, or that you have really beautiful energy. You've got very magnetic energy. I feel like you've been working on yourself a lot. So you're kind of drawing more things to you. People, opportunities, right? All of this is coming, it's kind of raising your vibration. It's raising your frequency. And then that's being recognized by other people. It's being recognized by your person. They're very aware. They can see that you have a lot of potential, that you are a catch, right? That you are magnificent and magical and amazing, right? So what I'm hearing is playing it safe. So I feel like your person may be giving you mixed messages, or maybe showing up a little bit in a way that's a little bit confused, because they want to play it safe, because they feel like losing you or getting a knockback from you, even if you were like together and you were dating or in a relationship even, like if that didn't work out, it would just be like such a massive blow to their ego, or it would just like, everyone has an ego, this is no judgment, you know, or it would just be like just too much, too painful for them, you know. And we did have that card, I love you, starting this reading. A lot of passion here, a lot of love here. They see you as very confident, like much more confident than you are. Maybe that you're very good at connecting with other people, you're very sociable, maybe you have a strong social media presence, something like this, or you're quite well recognized within your career, or kind of what it is that you're working towards. People kind of look to you they like to be around you, they're drawn to you, they like to get advice from you, they like to get ideas from you, to kind of bounce ideas off you. They see all that going on with you. It's like with this judgment, they see you clearly, they see this connection clearly. So this may be the kind of sticking point, this energy of like, oh my goodness, I do not want to get knocked back by that person, or I do not want to get dumped by that person. They may have something within them whereby, you know, because we did see this strength to the Nine of Swords earlier, where they prefer to play it safe a little bit. They feel a little bit like they're batting above their weight, or whatever the saying is, right? That they're kind of... Is that a cricket reference? I don't even know. Pitching? I don't know. But just like that you're out of their league. This is what I'm seeing. They see you as this person who's out of their league. And they're like, oh, I shouldn't approach him or her. They don't really want to know. So it's like they're doubting themselves and second guessing all the time. They're not still interested. They don't want to know me. Or yeah, they like talking to me, but they're not interested in me in that way, or something like this. There's this underlying doubt that I'm seeing, and they're second guessing. I mean, I think to you, it's as plain as day. But to them, they're not sure. They're not sure. And this is why we've got this Two of Swords, why they might be feeling a little bit stuck in the situation. Oh, this is really good. Right, we get the 10 of Swords, the King of Wands, more Leo energy. Crazy. And the 8 of Wands. Sorry, you may be able to hear some background noise there. My recycling is just getting collected. You can hear breaking glass. Don't worry. 10 of Swords. Yes, this is them. This is the end of their issues with their confidence. And this end to this kind of feeling stuck in the situation, right? It's just like the 10 of Swords is really like, I'm just done with this. I'm done with being this person. I'm done with being in this energy, right? And being able to move forward with confidence. And this beautiful 8 of Wands. So I see them being able to take action towards you. I see them really being able to kind of communicate with you, maybe to travel to you, right? Don't offer to travel to them. Right, to their city or to their part of the country or to their part of the world. Let them come to you because they want to. There's this strong desire that's coming in these future energies of them kind of just being done with that. That energy is kind of closing off. There's going to be something within them, you know, maybe like a breaking point or a kind of turning point within them where they're just like, no, I'm done with this now. I'm done with being this person. It's just like, there's this realization, if they don't take the chance now, they will lose you. Sorry, I just had to cut the filming for a second because there was too much outside noise. I thought it was going to be too distracting. So as I was saying, there's this end within themselves where they're just like, oh my goodness, I'm done with being this scaredy cat. And of being in this energy where I don't feel confident about relationships or about connecting to you or whatever it is. And they're able to take massive action, like Tony Robbins says, just like move forward with this. So there's a lot of drive here, King of Wands. They're coming towards you passionately. They're just like, it's just like, I'm done with being in this kind of limbo. I'm done with being this scaredy cats. I know what it is that I want, and what it is that they want is you, and they're going to come towards you full force, I see, with this King of Wands and this 8 of Wands, like moving forward. So I just feel like after opening this reading with the 2 of Swords like this, where everything's like a little bit stuck and stagnant, I see a lot of forward motion with this, being able to overcome those obstacles, being able to move forward with this, push forward. And for them to be able to kind of meet you where you're at. I see a lot of communication coming in here. I see them kind of being bold is what I'm hearing from Spirit, of them just like, okay, I'm just going to give this a go. I've got nothing to lose. Here we go, right? And just being able to reach out to you. Because this 8 of Wands is all just about kind of connection. So, you know, I do see that communication there, but just being able to reach you energetically and emotionally, being able to reach out to you with that, with all that kind of passion that they have, not just sexual passion, but that kind of motivation, right? There's so much motivation here to kind of make this work, to move this forwards, right? So I absolutely love that. Let's get some oracle cards and see what it is. Tree wisdom. From the Fairies Oracle. It says the Tree Dryad will help you to navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound that it makes. So it's like they're being called to truth. You know, there are signs and synchronicities that are going to help you out. It may be that there's a special tree in your life or near you, or just kind of getting out into nature or hiking, which is really going to bring you some clarity, or your person sort of may get out into the world, and this is what creates this kind of change within them, right? It's a beautiful message, actually. It may be that one or both of you are earth signs in some way. You're being guided forward with this. We have support, lean on your inner circle during this time. So yeah, talk to your friends about it. Talk to the people that you love, or your mum or something like this, about how it is that you're feeling. Don't keep it bottled up inside you. It may also be that your person, you know, has a good conversation with somebody else, and that gives them the kind of courage to be able to get through this time and be a bit braver about connecting We have forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you to move forward. So this is forgiveness, so you may need to forgive them. I think this is a card about unconditional love as well. To me, this forgiveness is just kind of like about unconditional love. So there is unconditional love in this connection, showing them some compassion, you know, rather than being hard on them. You know, everyone acts how, you know, behaves how they do for a reason. There's always a reason why somebody does what they do. Sorry, do what they do. For whatever reason, there's always something behind that if we take the time to look. So we have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. So this is what we were talking about with that strength card coming out of them feeling very vulnerable and them going through this process where they're able to connect with you, to kind of open themselves up in this way. But this is why things maybe have got confusing for you, because their words and their actions may not have lined up. Like, I feel like there was this energy where they were simultaneously coming towards you and pulling away at the same time. And it's because they want to come towards you because they're magnetically drawn towards you, for definite, with that Queen of Wands energy, regardless of your gender, not a gender specific reading, but them wanting to kind of pull back and protect themselves. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So I sense that your person is learning a lot of spiritual lessons as a result of this. Again, this theme of forgiveness, right? So it may be that we have that Five of Wands energy, that there's been a little bit of chaos in this connection. Maybe that there's some water under the bridge between you both. And that energy of compassion, of forgiveness, needs to be extended to them, or vice versa. Or it could just be, I'm sensing for some of you that it's something from their past, where they are learning to forgive someone from their past that has hurt them. There's some sort of energetic like shadow or kind of cloud in their aura, which is something that they're carrying, some sort of baggage from the past, and that this is casting a shadow or influencing how they connect to people now and how they connect to you in this situation. This is so beautiful. Look at that. We have the card soulmate. This is powerful energies here. You know, we opened the reading with I love you and soulmate. So soulmate energy here could be twin flame as well if you resonate with that. So they recognize you at the soul level is what I'm hearing. They recognize you at the soul level. Like the moment that they looked into their eyes, into your eyes, they really felt that soul recognition. You are the song of my heart. This is interesting because of this tree wisdom card that we had. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound that it makes. Maybe one of you plays a musical instrument, or music is very important to you. Perhaps you even play the flute, or they do. If you do, this is a strong, strong message for you. But that you are the song of my heart. So I sense that they are... Did we not talk about this at the beginning, about there being a kind of symphony? No, I think that was one of the other readings, but there is this energy of kind of a symphony between you both. It could be that songs really remind them of you. Like they connect to your energy through music. They connect to their feelings for you through music as well. Don't think I don't care about you, because I really do. This is so nice. This is exactly what I was saying, where there's this push-pull, where they're simultaneously coming towards you but also pulling away. I'm going to look at some of the shadow energies here as well, so we can get some more clarity about what's going on. Stuck. Yeah, we had this at the opening of your reading with the Two of Swords, kind of feeling stuck in that energy, but as we saw, they're coming out of that. They're making a change here in order to kind of get unstuck. They've been in this kind of cycle, this loop of... It's like their comfort zone, right? What you're doing is you're inviting them out of their comfort zone. Okay, of what's comfortable to them. We have the answer is no. So it may be that they've been saying no to you for a while. But it was because they didn't feel safe. They're kind of stuck in this energy where they didn't feel safe, and you have invited them out of their comfort zone, but they are definitely going to take that invitation. Oh my goodness, I love this. Right, we had the answer is no, and then the answer is yes. Okay, so again, indicating that push-pull, that simultaneously coming towards you and then pulling away from you. This is being really mirrored really strongly in this reading. No, yes, hot and cold, right? A little bit of that, but also of them, this really strongly indicating, look, they're coming out of this energy where they were saying no to you. Maybe they were kind of rejecting this offer or this energy, or they know what it is that's kind of on the table here, and maybe they were like, no, this doesn't feel safe to me. And yet it's like really mirroring that kind of energy that we saw, which I now can't find. Oh, that of King of Wands and the Eight of Wands, of just like, yes, it's a full yes from me. This is what I'm seeing, you know. So we're opening the reading with, oh, I'm not sure, I feel a bit scared. And then it's like moving into a hell yes. Yes, I want this, definitely. And I really love this for you. Feels really powerful. There's this energy of harmonizing as well, that kind of message about kind of music and songs is just like, and that Five of Wands that showed up shows that there's a little bit of chaotic energy between you both. So there's this energy of kind of harmonizing there, you know, and that message of forgiveness, of extending compassion to them is, it's important to imagine harmonious energy between you both. What you see is only a persona, so it may be that they've been playing it cool a little bit. This is from the Wild Heart Oracle deck, one of the Lumiere decks. So yeah, maybe that they've been playing it cool a little bit in the face of this, but it's not how they really feel. Here we go. I'm afraid of getting hurt. Exactly what we've been seeing. Exactly mirroring everything that we've been talking about. Like, they're just afraid to open their heart to you, but we see this kind of hell yes coming in, this, yeah, I want this is for me. We have new romance, so I see them connecting to this beautiful light between these two, of this kind of blossoming is what I'm hearing, of this blossoming, but it's all a result of the energy harmonizing between you both, right? This one. And being able to kind of enter into that era. You know, this could be a completely new relationship for some of you, or just a kind of new era in this relationship. See them being able to be romantic with you, kind of date, sharing things. We have chaos, we talked about that a little bit, that there's this chaotic energy between you both, that Five of Wands energy. And this is what needs to be harmonized in order for you to connect at that deeper level, and for them to feel safe as well, is what I'm hearing. We have unfinished business. So there may be energies here where you're just like, you know, we were talking about all your focus being on them and just like not being able to kind of just let them do their own thing, or kind of let them go, because it just feels like there's so much invested in this still, right? We have confusion. It's mirroring that chaos energy as well that we were talking about earlier. Creativity, a lot of creative energy here. This is like the energy of creating something new between you both. It mirrors that new romance card as well. Maybe that you're a very creative person, that they are a very creative person. This is like the energy of the universe as well, that creativity. The universe is always creating. So it's just like using your imagination to create what it is that you want, not what it is that you don't want. And we have dreams as well. So they are really dreaming about you. You're appearing to them in their kind of dream space. I sense that they daydream about you as well. They think about different possibilities, different scenarios, but you're definitely appearing in your dreams. So you're connected psychically as well. A lot of energy in one another. We have fear. So this has been coming out a lot, hasn't it? We saw that with that strength and the Nine of Swords, with their own fears that they're getting in touch with. I want to draw one of these cards. Overcoming that fear. We have weight. The timing's not quite right. I feel like this is kind of like their energy, how they're feeling, of just being like... I think this realization that they have is that there's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a good time. or that perfect time to kind of make this happen. And they're just like, okay, so now is the time. This is what I was seeing with that King of Wands, the Eight of Wands, of just being like, they may have been trying to kind of keep you in like a little bit of a holding pattern as well, where they kind of figured things out, which may have made things very confusing for you. And we have that acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe that can help to harmonize some of the energy, that acceptance as well. And like I was saying, everyone behaves in a way, in whatever way, however they show up for a reason. And maybe just kind of accepting who they are or how they're showing up for you, rather than resisting it or fighting it. We have my responsibilities are weighing me down. So they may have a lot of responsibilities which are making things kind of a little bit confusing for them at this time. And we have I miss seeing you around. So it may be that you are in separation with this person right now, and they're kind of looking for you everywhere, hoping to see you. Or just maybe that they just kind of miss you if you are in separation, or you've pulled your energy off this person a little bit. They're kind of moving into that energy of really missing you. Or if you do that, like take your energy off them. We have, look, again, wait. That energy, I can't find it now. Here we go, wait. This energy of just like, wait. I feel like that's their message. Wait. Wait for me. It says, wait for me, I need more time. I never suggest putting your life on hold for somebody, but that's just like their message from them of just like, I want this, I'm trying to figure this out, right? I want to be with you, I'm just trying to figure out my own stuff. Because they want to feel safe. And they want to feel like good enough for you as well. That's everything that I have for you in this reading. It has been my honour to read your cards. As always, I've loved it so very much. Please know that I've got two beautiful books available, Attract Soulmate Love and Feminine Frequency. Check those out if that resonates. They are linked in the description box. They are for the feminine energy partner. That is the partner who likes to receive, the partner who likes to be pursued. So regardless of your gender or the gender that you are attracted to, there's always that yin and yang energy, which is what creates magnetic attraction between two people. Check that out if it resonates, but otherwise have an amazing week. I'm sending you love and blessings. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. You take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing really well. This is for everyone who picked group number 2, this beautiful and amazing quartz crystal cluster. Let's take a look at this confusing connection that you find yourself in. Let's take a look at the energy surrounding you and your person, find out what's going on here in this situation. I'm going to begin with one of these cards from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. Please know that you may hear a little bit of background noise. I've got the patio doors open so we can hear all of the kind of stuff going on out there. Right, we have card 41 breaks down to a 5. It says, do something for someone. Give your attention to another. This is really beautiful. There's little animals on here, little squirrels and things like this. So I really love this for you. It's just like this energy of taking action. So I feel like there's there's a deer represented on here as well, and a rabbit as well, butterflies, so they may be signs for you in this connection, but blue butterflies particularly, and orange ones as well, and honeysuckle. So yeah, lots of different images on here. But yeah, this really speaks to me about taking action. So we're going to unpack this a little bit with the tarot. This could be to do with your person taking action towards you. It could be to do with kind of actions that need to be taken. But let's have a look. It's just like that actions speak louder than words kind of energy that I'm getting. So it's just like, I feel like you want them to kind of take action. You want them to actually do something, not just say something, not just words is what I'm hearing, actually kind of do something in this situation, right? You're hoping that they'll do something like make a call or reach out to you or say something specific to you or make a move towards you. We've got the 3 of Wands as the overall energy for this connection. This could be a long distance connection, or just like there is some distance between you and this person, but this is expansive energy. This is just like new horizons are available to you with this connection is what I'm seeing. So let's unpack this a little bit more. But this is just like, yeah, there is potential here. It feels like there's already been some energy invested in this between you both, and it's just kind of like, well, what's next? What's next? So it's like looking to the future. Let's unpack this a little bit more, see what's going on with you and your person. Wow, I see a lot of resistance around this love. So you get the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Empress. Libra's energy showing up here, maybe Taurus as well. That may be in your birth chart, or maybe showing up in their chart strongly in some way. So yeah, so what I'm seeing is a lot of resistance around this love. There may have been kind of an angry exchange or angry words between you both, or just like a lot of tension. Maybe you've kind of feeling a lot of tension or anger or kind of resentment about how they're showing up, how they've been treating you. Maybe that's been spoken, maybe it's been unspoken for some of you. There is love here. They do care about you. They see you as very magical. They see a lot of potential here. There's a lot of love here, regardless of your gender. That there's a lot of, this is what I'm seeing, there's a lot of opportunity for growth here with this Three of Wands and this Empress, right? But there's been a lot of resistance about like, how is this going to progress? How is this going to move forward? What's going to happen next? It's like I'm hearing you can't agree on the next steps or the next stages, or kind of how you want this to develop. It's like you've got different visions for this. Like I was saying, there may have been some angry words or some kind of crossed words between you both, maybe even an argument. I feel like your person is really kind of entrenched in their own beliefs and in their own kind of perception of this situation. Remember, their perception is based on their beliefs about love, about relationships, about the world. I sense that you and your person have completely different lens through which you're seeing this situation, which are based on bigger beliefs about love and relationships in the world. Like the way that you see things and the way that they see things are really different, but they're very anchored into that belief, right? I feel like it's a belief in lack, like a little bit of a lack mentality. It's just like this energy of it's my way or the highway, right? This is what I've kind of been getting between you both. That they're showing up in this way of just like, it's my way or the highway, take it or leave it, this is what I'm giving you. And you're just like, but there is the potential here for so much more. Spirit is saying this as well. It's not just you. It's just like Spirit is saying, look, there's such beautiful potential here for so much more. You definitely love each other on the soul level is what I'm seeing, but there are some blocks, some challenges that need to be overcome. But I feel like your person is being very, very, like, dogmatic. They're very stuck in their ways. They're very stuck in their opinion about things. I feel like this is causing a little bit of a clash, right, between you both. It's like they're immovable is what I'm hearing as well. It's just like you feel like you're going round and round in circles with this, or that it's the same old energy or the same old issue that's coming up here. This, what I'm hearing from Spirit is there's a particular sticking point between you both. So there's one particular thing which everything else hangs off this one sort of nail. Everything else hangs off that. So there may be lots of different things, but there's the sort of crux of the matter. There's like a one sticking point, and it could be to do with what they're doing for you or what they're not doing for you in this connection. So I just see them, they're very like wedded to their, it's a really old-fashioned term, but yes, just really hanging on to their opinion, their belief. It's just like they won't back down in this situation, right? You're getting the message, I think, but it's coming through really, really strongly. And this is a block to the love. The love is here. The Empress is here. This is gentle energy. This is the energy of compassion. Also the energy of growth, right? The potential that is there. That's the block to the potential, right? I think this is why it may be confusing for you as well, because you just see this situation, but not just this situation, the broader circumstances in such different ways. You're coming at this from like such different ways, right? Maybe they're kind of really logical and you're more spiritual or whatever. You see things like so totally differently, and it's just like you're coming from like two different worlds, right? And this is why it's confusing, because you just can't imagine kind of seeing that situation like this. Interesting, you get the Four of Cups, the Magician, and the Four of Wands. So I feel like you're feeling a little bit, these are your energies, this is how you're showing up, a little bit despondent about this connection, a little bit fed up with them showing up in this way, right? A little bit of fed up of the circumstances, maybe even like you feel like giving up because you don't know what else to do. There is a little bit of stagnation here that I'm seeing as a result of them being so stuck in their own patterns, stuck in their own energies. It feels like you never make any progress is what I'm hearing. I feel like you've been very open-hearted, very, very compassionate. I see that here with the Empress. You've given them lots of chances. You're trying to see their point of view and you're just not getting onto the same page. I see you trying to manifest them. Maybe you're trying to manifest them through meditation or through practices or just generally. You have more power than you think. There may be this energy that you're kind of giving your power away. You're just like your person. It's like you're waiting for them to take action, you're waiting for them to come around, you're waiting for them to change, right? Or for something out there in the circumstances. You're looking at the circumstances out there and letting that dictate how you feel. But remember, what is out there is what you've already manifested. So the only person to change in this situation is yourself. If you're waiting for them to take action or for them to change or for them to change their mind or for them to change something, maybe there's a situation where you are being invited to change your own beliefs about love and relationships or about your person. Maybe you have particular beliefs about your person, about how they show up for you, about what you're worthy of, right? Maybe that is worth kind of exploring. Maybe as a result of this reading today, there may be something that comes to the surface. Remember, this is always a blend of my intuition and your intuition, right? This is what I'm seeing here. So it's just like there is an invitation here with this Magician energy to, yeah, you've got everything that you need to make this connection a success. You have all the ingredients there and you know it. There is love here. You have all the ingredients here for this to be really beautiful and for this to be a success, right? This is what I'm seeing, and there is an invitation there to change your own beliefs within yourself about your own worthiness of this connection, of having someone choose you, as having someone show up for you, having their actions match up to their words, being consistent, right? You want to see your person like that in your mind's eye. You want to imagine that. You want to imagine what it is that you want to happen and what it is that you want them to say to you, rather than always looking out there and just being like, well, they're not coming towards me and they're not treating me how I want them to be treating me. Because then we just manifest more of the same. This is the lesson here. And in doing so, you will feel Four of Wands much more grounded and centered. You'll come home to yourself is what I'm hearing. This is all like an inside job is what I'm hearing as well. I see that you've been feeling fed up with this situation, but the way to change it is an inside job. Okay, you can never change someone. There's no one else to change but yourself. I'm not calling anybody out. I don't want to sound too fierce. But, you know, this is the law of attraction. This is how it works. There's no one out there to change, just you. So can you reflect? Can you change your own beliefs? Sometimes it can be difficult. We can be like, well, I want to believe that I'm worthy, or I want to change my beliefs. And yet we don't believe in the belief, right? We don't believe in it. Okay, we're stuck. So the only thing that you need to do is just being like, I am willing to believe this, right? To connect to that. I am willing to believe that I am worthy. And then it will come round. But then you'll come home to yourself. You'll feel much more centered and grounded. You'll be thinking about yourself instead of thinking about them. It's going to release a lot of frustration, right? It's very harmonizing. The only healing energy there is love, right? And you can be like, well, I love them so much. I have all these feelings for them. But it's like that universal love. It's not that human love, right? It's not your love from your beautiful heart space. It's that universal energy, universal intelligence, the energy of all that is. But you can create an inner shift, and this is really powerful, whereby you come home to yourself and then you'll feel a lot more stable, and then from that stability it's going to create a harmonizing influence, and then you'll be able to move forward, right? Let's see how your person is showing up. Okay, we've got you get the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. It's interesting. It's like that, you know, we opened this about do something for someone, about them taking action, and I see them not taking any action here. It's like they're not putting the work in. This is creating a lot of frustration, right? It's like they're kind of quite happy how it is that they're showing up at this time. Remember though, you can change that by changing yourself. But I see them in this energy of just like, there's an energy of kind of being a bit lazy about this connection. a little bit of laziness here. It's like they want you to do all the work. They want you to do everything. They want you to kind of put in 90% of the effort and they'll put in 10 and they think that that's okay. I'm not saying that this is that they're a bad person or anything like this. I'm just like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what's coming through right now. This is how they're showing up in the cards. This could be their kind of shadow selves as well. Of just like, if I don't put in too much work, if I don't invest too much, then I won't get hurt. Right? So there is this fear here with this Eight of Swords of investing more in you. This is what's showing up as their shadow self. There is a fear within them of investing more in this connection, and we'll explore this a little bit more. And this may be why I feel like there's a lot of frustration about them not taking action towards you, or not putting in the effort that is needed, or not kind of meeting you 50-50, and that it's more kind of 90-10, and that you have been putting in a lot of the effort, and they've not been kind of leveling up and stepping up for you. And you really want them to, and this is what all this Seven of Wands, Five of Swords is all about. It's just like, you want them to take action, you want them to level up, you want them to kind of step up for you. Okay, that can happen by you coming home to yourself. Look how beautiful this card is as well from the Fountain Tarot. So much wisdom, right? About you coming home to yourself, putting your energy back onto yourself, and doing that inner work where you're just like, yes, I am chosen. Yes, I am worthy. Yes, I am the chosen one. Right? Of believing those things about yourself. And then your person will mirror how you feel. The world is just our mirror. But this is how they're showing up right now. Also, there's this fear within them that they can't meet your needs. Right? For whatever reason, there's some kind of fear here, which I feel is unfounded because it's the Eight of Swords. It's just like them not seeing it clearly, of just being like, I don't have it within me to be consistent, or I don't have enough money to kind of make you happy, or something like this. I don't know how it's showing up, but there is this fear here that they can't meet your needs. And I don't feel like it's because you're being too demanding or anything like this. It's just like there's something within them in their shadow self where they're just like, could be your needs, could be anybody's needs, of just like, I struggle to meet my own needs, how am I going to meet somebody else's needs? Or like, I don't know how to meet somebody else's needs because I don't know how to meet my own needs. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, you get the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So there is this desire to kind of really change this, where there is a separation between you. I sense maybe some of you are in no contact. I feel like this has been very challenging. There is this energy of self-sabotage, which is keeping you apart. This is what I'm seeing showing up for you, okay? We're going to clarify this a little bit, but yeah, I see that there is a change coming in this pattern that they have of lack of self-sabotage that they have, right? This kind of where they undermine themselves by not leveling up, by not showing up for you, for people. I sense that this is a pattern within them. Again, it's not because they're a bad person, they're an amazing person, but I'm really being highlighted the facets of their shadow self. Right? You know, if you want to know why it's complicated or why they're showing up the way that they are, this is why, because they have this slight propensity to self-sabotage things, which is kind of human nature sometimes, and that's keeping them separate from you. But I see a powerful change coming in here with this Wheel of Fortune, where they're able to kind of overcome that pattern. It's like a total 180, right? Where they're able to kind of change that into something more positive. I think if that's why it's confusing, that's why. You're just like, you know, the way that you're showing up isn't making any sense. And it's because there's this energy of self-sabotage. But there is love here, right? There is love here. And it's very beautiful. I hope I'm not being too fierce. It's Sometimes the messages come through quite strong, you know. They just do. They just do. Oh, I love this for you. Right, moving forward. I see you making progress. This is really good. You get King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the beautiful Ace of Swords. A breakthrough is coming, right? I see them being able to kind of open up to you slowly. They are definitely committed to you, right? With this Knight of Pentacles. This is solid energy. And it's the energy of kind of leveling up, maybe having a little bit of a plan, of getting a lot of mental clarity, of understanding themselves better. I see them being able to kind of communicate with you, to kind of level with you, right? To be fair with you, which I think is really good. And in doing so, being able to make some progress and being able to kind of break through some of these barriers, some of these issues that we've been talking about, breaking through these barriers with this beautiful Ace of Swords. This is like the truth coming out, right? This is them being able to kind of, this is my kind of cutting through the crap, right? And it's just like such a momentous breakthrough. And you are getting there a little bit at a time. It may feel like you're not making any progress, but you are making progress. So I see your person being able to level up, to be able to be a better communicator, to be able to, because there was so much like confusion in the communication of you kind of not being able to get onto the same page. But there is this energy here with this King of Swords and this Ace of Swords of just being like, of understanding with this Knight of Pentacles, of being able to come to this place where you understand one another. This is the first step forward into being able to connect, into being able to get onto the same page. It's really lovely. And that truth coming out. Like what it is that you want to say, what it is that they want to say, what is on their heart, right? What is it that they're kind of holding back? And just cutting through some of this energy, cutting through some of those patterns, cutting that off in order to create that powerful change. I like it. No way, we get putting in the effort. This is from the Myth and Fire Oracle decks, one of the Lumiere decks, but this is what I'm seeing with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They haven't been putting in the effort, and you know it. You see that. And this is why it's been confusing, but I see them being able to kind of turn that around here. And this is what's going to make all the difference, when their actions line up with their words. And this is what I'm seeing here as well with this King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords, getting into alignment where their actions line up with their words, right? And then you know where you're at in this situation, and then being able to put in the effort. Super powerful. Let's get, what I'm hearing is that's going to make you feel really safe as well. Rejection and protection. So yeah, I think they've been rejecting this connection because they've been trying to protect themselves a little bit. They've been trying to keep themselves isolated, you know, with that Five of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. That's them self-sabotaging in order to kind of keep themselves in a safe space. This is about you feeling emotionally safe as well. And them taking action, which is like a big theme in this reading, is really going to help you to feel much safer. We have a limbo. Interesting. I sense that maybe you're in that limbo space at the moment. Of like, you know, what's going to happen now? What direction are we going in? And stalling. So I see that they've been kind of putting this off. Maybe that's why it's been confusing as well, because they've been giving you mixed messages, because they're trying to stall for time, where they kind of work through this, because on the one hand they want it, right? On the one hand they really want it. And on the other hand they're dealing with this kind of pattern, this issue around self-sabotage. We have the card Mystery. It's like High Priestess energy represented here as well. It's like them coming into this understanding. I feel like you're like a little bit of a mystery to each other. You know, we were talking about you seeing life through different lenses, not quite understanding one another. It's just like you're a bit of a mystery to them, the way that you see things, the way that you're able to connect to your emotions so deeply, and that you have like such a wide emotional range and vocabulary for kind of expressing yourself. It's all very mysterious to them because they've not really connected with anybody like that before. We have religious factors. That's an interesting one coming out. This can indicate that you're from different religions, or that religion plays a factor in this. It could just be that you understand that there's more to this life than meets the eye, right? And that you have like a more spiritual perspective on things. We have you deserve love. So beautiful. So this self-sabotage that we've been seeing, maybe it says you are lovable. I feel like this is a message for both of you, really. You know, we talked about you feeling worthy, of them choosing you, of coming towards you, and of their own worthiness, of feeling like that they don't have to self-sabotage things because they're getting into this energy of feeling worthy of you. And I feel like, you know, she's got this beautiful bow and arrow here. It's like Cupid's arrow is striking. I like it. Straight to the heart. So you have affected them, right? You have kind of pierced their heart with your love, or vice versa. I see you're doing well. So it may be that you're in separation and they feel like you're doing really, really well without them. Or just they see that everything that you've got going on in your life, and maybe they feel like they can't compare to you with everything that you've got going on. You're all I ever wanted. So it's like you're their perfect 10. They find you very magical. That Empress energy showing up here of being like, yes, this is like more than they ever dreamed of, more than they ever could have imagined. And like I was saying, they're connecting to something new that they haven't experienced before in anybody else. The way that you are, your own energetic frequency, right? The way that you're so loving. It's just like they're connecting to something through you that they've never experienced in this incarnation. We have, I regret the way things turned out, or just like, I regret how I've been showing up for things. I feel like in their darker times, they're really looking at that and just being like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done this. I should have done things differently. It's like that clarity, that Ace of Swords clarity that's coming in as a result of being able to step back from it and look at it with clarity and just being like, I know I can be better than this. We have the card numbing. So it may be that they're trying to take their mind off things with gaming or having a few drinks or just hanging out with their friends or just like stuffing their emotions down rather than actually dealing with it. And I feel like that's how they kind of handle things. We have the card divided as well. This is really echoing those energies of just you kind of not being on the same page, right? That we were talking about at the beginning of just like you seeing this situation in life through one particular lens or set of beliefs, and they have their own. We have, it's safer to keep all of this in my head. So definitely this energy of just like them not being open, not talking about it to you, not letting you in on how it is that they're feeling and that they've got so much going on with them in their mind. They think about you all the time. We have we just click. That's so nice. So they really feel that you share that energy of just like your frequencies really aligning, really matching with one another, right? And it just feeling like a perfect match, a perfect fit for them. We have you are my muse. We find you very inspiring. I really like this. They're learning a lot from you, right? Like part of their expansion. I constantly feel you running through my veins. So they sense your energy all the time. When you're thinking about them, they know about it, right? When you are thinking about them, they know about it. Go slow. Take time to get to know each other. I definitely sense that. We had that Knight of Pentacles coming out of just being like, taking it a step at a time is what I'm hearing. Kind of not rushing it. You know, investing in yourself at this time and just like letting it unfold. So that what I'm hearing is no pressure. No pressure on you, no pressure on the connection. We have the gateway. This is the gateway to change into those new energies that you're moving into, which is super powerful. I really like this. It's like a new doorway. But this is like a new dawn for them, this new understanding of just being like, yeah, I don't need to be like this. We have sorrow. They feel like, again, this mirroring that energy of regret, of them feeling kind of a little bit sorry for themselves, a little bit of sadness. Maybe they feel like they let you slip through their fingers, or they've kind of missed an opportunity, or they just kind of regret their own actions or something that they've said, is what I'm hearing. A lot about communication here. We have inner child. I'm not surprised to see that showing up in this reading. Some of those issues that we've been discussing can be from the past. They can stem from their childhood or quite a long time. And we have reflection. So it's just like your inner world is reflected in your outer world. And also there's a lot of mirroring of one another. Maybe when you get triggered, they get triggered or whatever. Or that you have similar triggers. That's everything that I have for you in this reading. I hope it has given you some clarity in this confusing situation, given them some insight into your person, what's going on with them and their kind of shadow self. It's been a super interesting reading. I've really enjoyed it. Give it a like if you resonated with this reading. I really appreciate the support here on the channel. If you feel called to, please check out my collection of Lumiere Oracle decks. We use some of them today. I've got 5 decks for soulmate and twin flame connections, and then a couple of other decks. I've got a boho themed deck and a minimalist inspired deck if you like that aesthetic. So check those out if it resonates. They are linked in the description box. Everything else is on my website, lumieretarot.com. But I'm sending you love and blessings. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye bye. Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me. This is the reading for everyone who picked group number 3 and the beautiful Celestite cluster crystal. Let's take a look at this confusing connection, see if we can get some insights into your situation, what it is that's going on with your person, any advice from spirit around this. And see what's going on. Let's get a general energy card from the Whispers of Love Oracle. Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. This is a card 34, breaks down to a 7. Those numbers may be significant to you. Let me show it to you. So there's a snowflake image on here and a peacock feather as well, and a rose as well, so that may be significant to you in your connection or over the next coming weeks. There's also a seashore as well, so this may be someone who lives by the ocean or that you want to visit the ocean with, something like this. So it's just like, what I'm hearing from spirit is like opening your heart. So it could be to do with your person opening their heart or you opening their heart, and the energy of receiving. So often we want things in life, but we are unable to receive them, right? We feel unworthy of them. This has been a theme that's been going through today's readings. So, and also this energy of acceptance, right? Accepting the other person, accepting this person who you are asking about today as they are. Right? Sometimes we can tie ourselves up in knots of frustration about how they're showing up or what it is that they're saying or what it is that they're going to do. And that's completely natural when you're a human as well. But sometimes it can just be helpful just to kind of, whoa, take that beautiful deep breath, like within yourself, and just be like, okay, I'm going to accept this as it is right now. This may not be what I want. This may not be how it is that I want them to show up for me. This may not be an ideal situation, but I'm just going to step into that energy of acceptance, of just like, okay, I accept what is. I accept the reality as it is right now. And from that moment, it creates, what I'm hearing is stillness, and then you can move forward, okay? But beautiful energy of receiving, that is yin energy. The 4 of Wands is the general theme of the energies today. So this is about kind of home, it's about family, it's about creating stability there. Also in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, this is the 1111 card. It features 2 pillars either side, and it can represent kind of 1111, so that may be a sign for you, or just that sort of gateway into new energies. So there's a lot here about creating stabilities. It could be to do with, the confusion could be to do with home or place in some way, you know, sort of living together, where you're going to live, what it is that you want, your future, creating a stable future together and kind of getting on the same page, to do with that, and to do with creating stability in this connection, right? This is very beautiful. So you get the World, the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. A very powerful connection here, Six of Cups, a past life connection. You may have a beautiful recognition with one another and that you feel very familiar to one another. This is like some sort of past life reconnection is what I want to say. Like you were together in a past life, or that you were related in a past life, or you just knew each other in a past life. What I'm hearing is it's a continuation, which is why it's a reconnection. So you were together in a past life, something separated you. I'm hearing for some of you that separation was death, and now you are picking up where you left off with this. So I see like this energy of like a lot of potential here, like this energy, this relationship or your presence in each other's lives is a gift, and there's a lot of potential here for this to grow into union, right? Into a relationship, into union. So this is what I'm seeing here. The energies feel very big, they feel very powerful here. We've got this World card, and also with this Four of Wands, so there's definitely this energies about place, right? Where you are in the world. So maybe this may be causing some confusion if you are in different places, or because it's a long distance connection, right? So that may be an issue here that's showing up. We're going to explore this further. They could just be someone from overseas, like an opportunity for a relationship with somebody from overseas or from a different culture or background, even just a different city to you. I feel like this connection is very expansive, like you're really getting a lot of energies in my heart space here. It feels, what I'm hearing is very, very powerful. This feels like a very strong magnetic connection. This is very common with past life connections, particularly if there is unfinished business between you both from a past life. This is why you're kind of really feeling it. This is why you may feel confused about this connection as well, of just being like, well, why do I still feel like this? Or why do I feel like this about this person? Like, you know, maybe there's something about you where you're just like, I recognize that this can't happen, or it feels unsuitable in some way, or you kind of, on the surface, you don't look like you're a couple, right? You don't have like a lot in common or a lot of hobbies in common, or the way that you see life isn't the same way. You just like come from like totally different places, different tribes, I don't know, but you resonate on the energetic level, like the frequency, like to look at you, people would think you were like totally different people, but the frequency feels identical, it feels the same. This is what I'm seeing here. It's just like, wow, you are just completely resonating on the same frequency together. It's like this vibration, this humming energy where you're just like both on the same frequency. But externally, perhaps it doesn't look like a match or something like this, but you are just feeling each other. But I definitely sense that this is something from another lifetime that we're seeing as well. So it's very beautiful. It's just like the sense of, you know, they can give you the world. Or this is how you feel. It's just like they can give you the world, or they want to give you the whole world in this relationship, in this connection. But the reason why it may feel so confusing is because there are these energies from a past life that are coming in, and maybe there's some karma or some stuff to work out, or maybe you were separated in a way that was quite dramatic or violent or distressing in some way. You may want to connect with somebody who can look into that for you, into the Akashic records or into your past life or something like this, in order to kind of get full understanding. But what I'm hearing over and over is just like, I don't understand why I feel this way about this person. This person, you know, isn't my usual type, or I don't understand why the attraction's so strong, or whatever, or I just feel really weird around them. I'm getting really weird energies, or I'm having really weird dreams. Something like this is quite a specific message. Please know that if this isn't your message, Spirit does want to connect with you today, so you may want to check out one of the other readings on my channel, or even one of the other groups in this. So a lot of positivity here as well. It's like, there's so much positivity, it feels like goodness. Let's look into it, let's explore it more. Oh my goodness. I need to take a breath because I just got this wave. This is such a strong connection. This may be like one of the most, again, this energy of the past life. You get the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, and you get the Lovers. So this is a powerful soulmate connection between you both that goes across many, many lifetimes, which is why it feels like the energies are very heavy, right? Or very intense. Like I'm just sensing a lot of intensity here. These are your energies as well. It's just like you recognize each other at the soul level, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So soulmate could be a twin flame as well. You recognize each other at the soul level. This is why it's confusing. With the other readings, it felt like there was confusing communication or confusing actions, but this feels like it's confusing, like why are you having these feelings, or why do I feel like this, or why is this so weird, or I've never experienced anything like this before. It feels like a different level of confusion, like an energetic sort of confusion. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is you don't need to worry. What you're just picking up on is this soul connection, this soul bond that you have with one another. Right? You've definitely agreed to meet each other in this lifetime to have these experiences. This may be why it feels very intense. Okay, so it's creating... I see that it's creating a lot of anxiety for you. I'm hoping that during this reading this can assuage? Don't know. Some of your fears, or just like put to rest some of your fears during this reading, because you get this 8 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, and the Lovers. Look at this beautiful image here as well. This is the fountain tarot that I use. This is my deck. People are like, why don't you use other decks? This is my deck. This is the deck that I work with. This is the deck that speaks truth to me, right? It's my deck. I don't just like flirt with lots of other decks. You know, I'm committed to this deck. Anyway, so I see that you have a lot of anxiety around this, around like the happiness, around this union, about what's going to happen. Like there's this energy of like, this is the one, right? This is how you're feeling. Oh my goodness, I've never felt this strongly about somebody before. No one else will do. This is the one. Be careful not to trip over into kind of lack energy. When we get into that, this is the only one who can create happiness for me. Just remember that, you know, yes, this is a very special connection, but there is abundance in love in your life when it comes to love and relationships. Right? There's always plenty of love, there's always plenty of time, there's always plenty of opportunities. You know, once you've been initiated into this kind of feelings, these kind of feelings of connecting to somebody at that level, at the soul level, then, you know, that's an ascension, right? That's expansion. So once you've connected at that level, that is the level that you will... I've just seen a beautiful big white feather just float down outside my patio door. This is a very special connection. So yeah, just when you learn to connect at that level, or you experience that, then you will always, it will expand all your relationships and your connection to love in general, and the connection to the universal flow of energy. Very powerful energies here. So I see that you have anxiety around kind of what it is that you're feeling and thinking, because like you're in sort of new territory. And about creating happiness around this. Let's take a look. Maybe you're worried, like, is this my twin flame? Is this a soulmate? Yes, definitely. Okay, they get the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. So they're not sure. There's this strong energy of kind of them not sure what to do, right? It may be that you are mirroring one another in these energies that are showing up here as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. About kind of learning to let this love in, learning to be able to connect with this, right? And it is a learning process. It is a journey, right? For both of you, of being able to learn to accept one another, learning to communicate with one another, learning to connect to one another at this deep level. This isn't something that maybe it's new to both of you, so there is this sort of learning process that's coming here. But there's a strong energy of your person just kind of not knowing what to do and not knowing where to put their energy. This may cause them to kind of stall a little bit. There may be some stalling, which is why it kind of feels confusing. This connection may have stalled. They may have kind of stopped communicating with you or something like this. There's a strong energy of just like, whoa, of confusion, of like emotional confusion from them, and of them not knowing what to do. And they're in this energy all the time of like, oh, I could do this, maybe I should contact them, maybe I should do this, maybe we should do this, maybe I should explore something else. Or kind of where to put all this energy. So they feel very intensely about it. They are very magnetically drawn to you. They want to take action, but they don't know, like at the moment, and we'll explore this further, they don't know how to take action, or what's for the best, right? This is what I'm hearing. They don't know what's for the best. What I'm hearing is they're feeling very scattered as well. This may be why it's kind of confusing. I think sometimes when the energy is very intense like this, we see this, it can scatter the energies a little bit. I see Gemini's energy here very strongly in this reading. Leo's energy as well, maybe Aries, Sagittarius showing up. Maybe Virgo's energy as well. So yeah, that energy of something being very, very intense can cause the energies, if it's too much for them to handle, it can cause the energies to be scattered. Maybe they're just like, I want to see other people, I want to date other people, or just like, I want to explore other options. Not necessarily, if that's the case, it's something that you know is happening. But it's just like this energy, this whole thing of them not knowing what action to take and where to put their energy and what to do. So they feel very overwhelmed and confused about like what's going on. Whoa. Okay. Okay, you get Justice, Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Wands as well. So Justice is like, could be a high level commitment. This is definitely really speaking to me about karma though, and this kind of soul contract, this soul bond that you have with one another, that you're kind of working things out with one another, this past life thing that we were talking about things coming back into balance as well. They're very, you are nearly there with making this breakthrough. I do feel like that they may be being a little bit defensive. Right, and they may be showing up in this way that's kind of a little bit unsatisfactory. Like, maybe they're showing up as a bit of a player. Maybe they're showing up as somebody who just wants a hookup or just wants to keep things casual, right? Because there's this barrier here to like a deeper connection, but you're just like, I know that there's more to this. I know that there is more to this than just the physical. But this is kind of how they're showing up a little bit. Because it kind of feels safer for them, because they just don't know what to do with all this energy and all these feelings. Yeah, like this. Okay, so you get the Five of Cups, the Knight of Wands again, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot here about fate, about this kind of being in this whole thing being in the hands of fate a little bit. We like, our ego really likes to get involved in things as human nature, right? We all have an ego. But what I'm hearing is control is an illusion, okay? So you cannot control this situation. You cannot control the outcome of this. What I'm hearing is surrender. I surrender. Can you say that? Let it be your mantra if you want to, if you're resonating with it. I surrender. Maybe if the energies are very intense, that's kind of all you can do, really. Okay, it may be the case that I'm sensing for some of you that you want to kind of mess with it, you want to meddle, you want to guarantee an outcome, you want to guarantee that union, you want to sort things out. It's creating a lot of resistance. If you can back down, if you can just say, I surrender, every time those feelings come up, I surrender, like this. I feel like there is some sadness here, maybe from you, but also from your person, and kind of about how they've been showing up. There's this energy of inconsistency here as well. But it is causing them to feel very sad. It's like it's not who they truly are, and it's not who they truly want. I feel like there's this energy that they may have They may feel like they've lost you, or that they've lost something between you. There's some sort of sorrow represented here, maybe to do with how they've been acting, how they've been showing up for you. But I see a positive change here with this Wheel of Fortune, and this is the outcome. It's like, I can't tell you any more than this. It seems powerful though, you know, you've opened the reading with the World, you're closing the reading with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like there's kind of like full cycles going on here. So there may have been one cycle from a past life, now you're cycling into something else in this life. There is a lot of passion here. They want to come towards you in this kind of passionate way. But I feel like sometimes their actions aren't very well thought through, and that it's a little bit inconsistent. But I see a positive change happening in that. And it's just like, can you surrender? Can you go with the flow of this situation? Like I was saying, it feels very intense. We have the card Harm. This beautiful shell image on here. So they may be afraid of doing you harm. They may have hurt themselves. It's just like, in hurting you, they've only hurt themselves. There may have been some harm that's been done in this connection, or they feel that way, and to do with the way that they've been showing up. This could be to do with some healing as well from this connection, or from the past where harm was done. And this is kind of rising to the surface now to, you know, with this justice to be brought to the light, to be balanced out. We have hidden. So your person may be hiding their true feelings from you with this wise owl on here, but they may be hiding like what's going on. There's a lot that's coming to light is what I'm hearing. They're hiding kind of who they're true. It's like they're showing up in this way. What do I want to say? They're showing up in this way, but they're hiding a lot under the surface. So what you're seeing isn't really what's going on, and you know that. This is why it feels so confusing to you, because you're just like, well, you're showing up as this person who can take it or leave it, or you're showing up as this person who just wants to hook up. But I know that there's more going on here, and it's because you were past life lovers. That is what is hidden from you. Everlasting, so beautiful. This is what I was saying as well. It's like what I am hearing is that they made a promise to you. They would like love you forever or be with you forever in a past life, or in like a different dimension, or just some sort of energetic, however, you know, whatever your belief system is. And now they've come back into your life full force. But this is a love that lasts many lifetimes. Many lifetimes. Feels very powerful. You know, and I saw that white feather out there, and now there's this black feather. The yin and the yang on this card in the image. Sorry, it's not coming into focus. Oh my goodness, we have falling in love. So this is what's going on here. Your person is really falling in love with you. So despite this inconsistency in the way that they've been showing up, there is this development, you know, there is this huge potential here, and they are falling in love with you. Like at the soul level, they're in love with you already, because they've always been in love with you. It's like I was saying, it's a reunion. Not, you know, it may feel new, they may be new to you in this lifetime, but this is a reunion, and they're just falling in love with you all over again. May also be the case that they were showing up like, I don't want anything serious, or this doesn't have to be this serious. And yet it's turning into a relationship, it's turning into something else. These feelings are just growing and growing. This cannot, I want to say it like, cannot be stopped. It's just like, there is so much intensity here. There is this kind of force behind this. This is the unfolding process. Okay, it's been a bit of an intense reading. That's everything that I have for you today. Let me know how it resonates, and do give it a like if you've got value out of this. It really supports the channel. It's a beautiful way of showing gratitude as well. I really appreciate it so very much. If you feel called to, please check out my friend Misha. She does read the Akashic records, so if there is a past life connection, she can help you to understand that. She can help you understand this connection more, because it does feel like a very confusing kind of deep connection, which could do with some greater understanding and sort of seeing how this will unfold, you know, looking at all the different layers and levels of this. So The Akashic Records are like an energetic library of your own soul and how you're connected to other people. You can ask questions, whatever it is that you want. Check that out if it resonates. I feel like it will be very beneficial for some of you in this situation. Misha is offering Lumiere subscribers $11, 11 off. You can find her details right down in the description box. If you scroll right down to the bottom, you'll see her website there. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you love and blessings. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. You take care. Bye-bye.